watching. It's the Lunch and Taco Show. It is time to check it out. Some of the latest science and technology news brought to you by our iHeartRadio Music Festival Flyaways, up for grabs today and each weekday. 3 chances for you to win a trip to Vegas for you and a guest, plus $1,000, Taco.
Put you up in a hotel, give you that $1,000. You could just put the $1,000 in your bank if you care to. But a trip to go out there to Vegas for free, pretty awesome. You get keywords, and you text them to 200-200.
9:05 will be the first one of the day. Then you get another chance at 1:05 and 5:05.
Mm-hmm.
All right, on to the tech-related news here. An announcement yesterday from Apple CEO and President Trump. Apple has agreed to up its initial $500 billion investment pledge in production here in the United States. Another $100 billion for a grand total of $600 billion to produce U.S. iPhone parts rather than overseas. Now, obviously, this is part and ties into the whole tariff situation where Trump is trying to strongly encourage manufacturers who have left the country to produce their products to come back and produce their products here to avoid tariffs on said products. Apple, it's costing them billions in tariffs. So the move on their part to try to produce some of this stuff here in the U.S., business-wise, seems sound. It will also produce a lot of high-paying jobs domestically. I believe one of the big facilities they're going to be putting up is in Kentucky. Several thousand jobs involved there. Now, the question, of course, is...
Listen to you, the droid guy, having some Apple news.
The question, this is a big story. The question, though, is how will this impact the ultimate price of already pricey Apple products? Granted, if you keep manufacturing overseas, now you're going to tag on the tariffs on top. Price goes up that way. Others would argue that, hey, having to pay people more here in the U.S. to produce the same parts will also drive up the price. Is the end result flat? I don't know. Time will tell.
Ooh.
I don't know.
That was deep.
I don't know. United Airlines, you may be aware, had a ground stop yesterday. They stopped all of their flights for several hours due to a technical glitch. We now know what that technical glitch was. It was a nationwide outage of its weight calculation system. It impacted a system called Unimatic. Houses flight information that is fed into other systems, including those that calculate weight and balance and track flight times. So, they got to know how much total, freight is on it, including passengers on any given flight to calculate fuel and all that type stuff. And that whole system went out. Thus, the ground stop until they got it fixed. Residual situation rolling into today with some flights already canceled. So if you're flying United or expecting someone from a United flight, you might want to check on that and see if it's still a go or not.
100%, because, I did see what you're talking about, where they're still canceling some flights.
On to
but better safe than sorry. If you're talking about the balance and weight of a plane, my God.
Yeah, no doubt. A flurry of streaming-related news to share. A standalone Hulu app, which still exists, is now officially going to wind down and be folded into Disney Plus in 2026. The Disney company announcing this week also that they will no longer report quarterly subscriber numbers. The streaming platform for the streaming platforms Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus, they seek to put more focus on the profitability rather than the actual numbers of people who are subscribing. The company will sunset the standalone Hulu app. So if you just have Hulu right now, that will be going away at some point by next year, and then it will be fully integrated, Hulu, into the existing Disney Plus app. What will this mean for the price? I don't know. They haven't given the exact prices for what this once Hulu goes away, it will be for people who only have Hulu. I don't know if you're going to get some sort of offer or whatever. And then also know that
they do have a pretty good package deal. Several different package deals with Hulu and Disney, HBO Max. There's hope. Don't worry. Good stuff.
ESPN's standalone streaming service and app will launch on August 21st. The service, which will simply be called ESPN, will cost $30 a month as a standalone service, or $36 a month if bundled with Disney Plus and Hulu. Anybody else confused? All right, basically, ESPN is going to put out all of their network programming, everything ESPN related, into one app, and you will not be required to have any kind of satellites or cable to access all of the ESPN products. Again, it's going to cost you $30 a month as a standalone.
For those that are confused, as you said, just Google different bundles. It's pretty simple.
You may have heard this week also that ESPN has acquired NFL Network and NFL Red Zone.
Pat's not happy with this.
A lot of football fans aren't.
Neither am I, trust me.
That is subject to regulatory approval. It will not affect this upcoming season's Red Zone. Scott Hansen's gig is safe, I believe, for now. And the current format of Red Zone, safe for now, I hope.
I said it yesterday, they better not ESPN it.
Adding commercials, and you got Stephen A. Smith popping up in Red Zone.
I'm out. That little guy.
Roku is launching a new ad-free streaming service called Howdy. This one's going to cost you $3 a month. Includes almost 10,000 hours of content from a library, including studios like Warner Brothers, Discovery, and Lionsgate. No commercials, though, if you're willing to fork over to $3 a month for the new Howdy service, which is already available on some Roku devices. The acting head of NASA is calling for a nuclear reactor on the moon. That would be Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy, who is also the acting director of NASA. This in response to the announcement that China and Russia are also planning to put reactors on the moon by the mid-2030s. Duffy says this is actually the new second space race for the moon. And who gets a nuclear reactor up there first to power,
let's not race.
Settling of the moon going forward, I guess.
Leave it alone.
You say just leave the moon alone,
yeah.
Taco?
I mean, think of what we've done to this place.
Well, sure. The possibilities are endless to get it's a big universe.
I looked get it all. I looked in an Amazon package yesterday and it said recyclable, just like a box, and immediately it came to my head. Yeah, but a lot of the recycling stuff doesn't even get recycled anymore. And we don't need to be messing with the moon.
I saw that on Monday again in my neighborhood.
The big
one truck.
Yep.
One truck, two bins.
Yep.
Skechers making a kid's shoe with a hidden AirTag compartment. Mm-hmm. This getting mixed reactions from folks. Some think this is fantastic and a great way to keep tabs on your kid. Others utter the phrase ultimate in helicopter parenting techniques here.
Yep. But, your kid gets kidnapped.
If you're the parent, it's up to you to choose where you land on that. Mm-hmm. The Vine video archive has been found. Do you remember the Vine, the 7-second videos between 2013 and 2017? Well, that went away, and it was essentially kind of the precursor to TikTok, if you want to think about it. Recently, the developers at X found the original video archive of Vine. Now the team is working on restoring user access, so users will be able to watch and even repost old Vines. This would be kind of cool for millennials looking to relive their glory days, and Gen Zers who want to see what life was like in the olden days, Taco, way back in 2013.
Yeah,
and
I remember.
Finally, there's this. You or any of your friends ever put your tongue to a battery?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think. Growing up in our age, I think most people did.
It's a weird kind of sensation and taste.
Definitely.
A Dutch snack brand called Rewind has created the world's first 9-volt battery-flavored tortilla chips.
What in the hell?
Targeting 90s kids who remember licking batteries as children. The company said it wanted to recreate the nostalgic metallic taste and buzzing feeling without using any actual battery parts.
So what's next? Are you going to give us a cologne that smells like the bug truck? The bug spray truck?
Hey, you might be onto something there, Taco.
Why is it that guy never has mosquitoes on him?
There you go. Some of your science and tech news for this week. Lynch and Taco's commercial-free Workday Rock Block coming up at 8.
Lynch and Taco. On demand. Download the iHeartRadio app.
All right.